The July Tackle Club Saltwater Inshore Box. Alright, first up, don't forget to check out your little price breakdown paper that is in your box, because you will find not only the prices of everything in here and what you saved, but a little QR code up the top that you can scan with your smartphone, and this will take you to a Tackle Club e-mag, an e-fishing mag, just for Tackle Club subscribers. Now to the lures. And I have myself here a hooker. A lovely, nice hooker, part of the Big Game series. This is a sinking stick bait by Fish Incorporated Lures, and it's got a nice weight to it. Quite a very lovely finish. I cannot wait to start fishing with this, but this is a sinking stick bait. Like I said, it's got a nice weight to it, so you're gonna get a long cast with this, which is fantastic if you're gonna be rock fishing or chasing tuna, chasing GTs, fishing over some shallow reefs maybe, but this thing looks dynamite. You fish it just like any other stick bait, but obviously this is a sinking one, so long cast out, and then I like to just start sweeping the broom, just a long sweep, one slack line in, long sweep, on the slack line. This will just cause it to just through the water, and then pause. Obviously it'll sink, and then with the next pull. Pretty easy to fish, but dynamite to fish with, and so good to actually see surface strikes. Obviously if you let this sink down really deep, it's not really going to be a surface strike though, is it? But stick baits, sinking stick baits, they're a sure winner for me. Now after I'm done with my hooker, I'm going to move over to one of my other favorite styles of fishing, and that is micro jigs or slow jigs. None of this speed jigging for me. I tend to enjoy my beers. So this one is one from Samaki. It is the Samaki Tuna V2. Now that's tuna with a CH, so C-H-O-O-N-A, tuna V2. I have one here in what looks to be like a little zebra pattern, or as they like to call it, pearl black. So with these, you're going to tie it to the top where you've got the split ring, because you've got the assist hook coming from the top of the lure. And slow jigging is super, super easy. So just drop it straight down. Once it hits the bottom, I like to sort of wind it up maybe a foot off the bottom and just slow lift up, drop it back down. So this thing just flutters back down and then darts up when you lift your rod, flutters back down and then darts up. If you don't get any hits, do a couple winds of the rod, then same action, and just keep doing that through the whole water column, and then drop it back down again. If you've got a fish finder, even better, because you're going to know where these fish are holding. But if you're fishing structure, normally the fish are around that structure anyway, or thereabouts. If there's a bait ball, they might be in and around that bait ball, and you can just let this flutter straight through that bait ball or around the sides of it. Fantastic way to fish. Normally the first go-to for me when I head offshore, or in this case inshore, is micro or slow jigs. If it's not working on the surface like the stick baits or the slow jigs, soft plastics are a game changer. Not all the time, but certainly good to keep in your arsenal when you're on the water. So we've got two plastics here. They're going to be fished in very, very much the same way, just two different styles and two different looks. One from Lunker City. So this is the Lunker City Fin S fish in ice shad color. So I'm liking that color already. That's a good one for me. These are a fork tail plastic, like your typical fish tail kind of thing. But so is your Fish Arrow Flash J split in a 5-inch. Now we have included hooks for these, so I've got here the TT Lures ½ ounce 6.0 heavy gauge tournament series jig heads, which will fit both of these plastics, but with that being ½ ounce, good weight for maybe 10 to 30 meters. If there's not too much current, obviously if there's a lot more current, you may need to jump up to a heavier weight, maybe even up to 2 ounces. You know, you just got to judge that on the area that you're fishing. But essentially I'm just going to do a long cast out, let it sink to the bottom, and just start whipping this thing. Get that tail going nuts and erratic as I'm working it back. Let it sinking to the bottom near the structure, because that's where a lot of the fish will hold out. You can also troll these as well, but I'd probably stick on maybe a slightly heavier jig head. or even work them vertically. So where you're fishing your jig, if that's not working, rather than move on and try to find other fish, you can just have one of these tied onto another rod and just drop it down and just work it a little bit quicker vertically as well, just to try different things and see what's actually working in your area. To go with all of this, we've included some fluorocarbon leader. So we've got 30-pound Suffix Super 21 fluorocarbon. This is one of my favorite fluorocarbons to fish with. I also love the Suffix braid. It's never let me down, not once. So fluorocarbon does refract less light in the water than monofilament does. It also has less stretch as well, so you do retain that sensitivity when you are fishing deeper waters, especially while you're fishing with braid. As soon as you chuck a mono leader on, you get a lot of stretch, and you can lose a lot of that sensitivity that you do need fishing with plastics and jigs and the like. And then that's it for the Tackle Club Saltwater Inshore box this month. If you want to check it out or any of the others in the range, just head to www.tackleclub.com.au, pick a box that's right for you, and welcome to the club.